The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks. The Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. Fair catch called for and made. So Oklahoma's offense will have the first possession of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And the Sooners get enough for the first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they read the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Got it behind the line. It's Madden. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. Fast motion from the offense. Breaks the tackle. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. So South Carolina's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go for the touchdown right now.
And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. The give to the back. Ran through the contact. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The Sooners are on the move. The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. That's caught. It's Madden. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. Discards a man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
No good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. It looked like it had a chance to be good.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
Looking to throw on second down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for a block. It's Day. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. On second down, he'll fire. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Quarterback will audible. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Otis.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Setting up the screen. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Good, solid tackle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown Sooners! You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
Then we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clock reads 12 seconds as they head to the line. We'll see if they're content to go to the locker room. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Showing off the arms. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Got it on the outside. It's Cook. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Dances away. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
Turners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up on the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to LSU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They move the tight end all over. On the run, it's Cook. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. On second down, he'll let it fly. Safe completion on the screen. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
They'll go right back to it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finding an escape route. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. They want to throw it. Got a man. It's Cook. Across the 25. He's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. He looks that one in nicely. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Now on second and short. Takes the handoff. It's Madden. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
And, David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got him wide open. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Quickly complete. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground, are able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll go to the counter play. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Powers through the defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing the 4th down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I got to be honest.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it, open.
That penalty move. Yards will replay the down. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He fires one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, going to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got his man.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football.
Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and is picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's past the 30. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Quick timeout called by the defense. Save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save. Possible. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that one.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play, playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Makes the grab.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Trying to get to it. Fires to the tight end. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
The throw is incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And he's just going to spike it.
For the offense, the pass is incomplete.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Throws for the tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back.
A shot for the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
To the air on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. And that pass is caught at the 25. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game. The offense did their job.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. These corners going to give them some space. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week. And that's what you've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.